Hi there, Rusty Smith for Record Mix Repeat. This is a video about my GIK sound acoustic panels that I put into my new room here and how they're working out. I put out a few videos a while back about the installation of the things, and I got a few comments going, hey, well, how's it working out? How do they sound? Well, I've gotten to do a little work now, and I'm going to share the results with you and let you know exactly how it's going. Specifically, in this video, it's my first session with drums. My friend Stephen Fisher came over, brought some drums, we set them up, I mic'd them up, and I got to work with them for the very first time in the room, and I came up with a great result. I wanted to share with you what we went through and let you hear what we did. For those of you who did not see the previous GIK videos I did, here's where things ended up. This is a view from the workstation looking at the north wall. In the corner are slat fusers, and they are bass traps. And along the wall are blue panels they call B4 panels. In the middle of the wall there are 3 slat fuser S4 panels. They are great for diffusion and trapping bass. As we swing over to the corner where the drums are, there's another set of bass traps in the corner. And along the east wall, there are 6 B4 panels complementing the 2 B4 panels on the north wall. So there's a total of 8 B4 panels there to deaden up that corner. Also, all the slat fusers I stained a cherry red color because it accented well with the blue. They originally looked like this. Here we have 3 more S4 slat fusers on the east wall. The room is 17 by 19, and here we move from the south end of the room towards the middle and pan over to the workstation area. The workstation area has RLX panels that I brought in from my previous smaller room, and they are 1 inch thick. So you can see that from the workstation area to the north wall is only 19 feet, but it is plenty of room to get a few musicians in to cut some tracks. So this should give you some idea of what it's like from the perspective of the workstation looking out across the room. One last thing, the ceiling is sloped, and I did put up a nice cloud array of GIK panels. I think these were called 242 panels. After climbing a ladder a couple hundred times putting these on the ceiling, my right knee was killing me. I had to get a knee injection for the pain. The pain is gone, and I still have the cloud array, so it's not a bad trade. Stephen and I both decided we wanted the drums to be somewhat open sounding, letting them breathe in the room. I'm a big fan of the band Field Music out of the UK, and I like their drum sound a lot. I've read several articles about how they record their drums, and I thought I would employ some of their ideas. Instead of left-right overheads, they use a front overhead and a rear overhead. The rear overhead is placed above the drummer's head, and the front is placed in front of the kit. In addition to the overheads, I decided to mic each drum as well as the hi-hat individually. My thought being, I would just use what I needed. After getting the mic set up, time came to get some levels. Well, if you want to warm up on something, just lay down just a simple groove maybe, and let me try and get some levels. Not being able to hear what the mics are picking up, I simply set the mic preamps to safe nominal levels. -15 to -10 peak. Main thing being leave plenty of headroom. On the overheads, I had them running through 2 EL8 distressor compressors. This was the only inline compression in getting my initial levels. Play something aggressive on the hi-hat. Okay, great. Now do some just doo-dum, 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 ba-dum kind of stuff on your toms.
Just toms?
Yeah. Great. All right, so that's basic levels. with no processing.
How does it sound?
I have no idea. I've just got levels right now. No, I'm dead serious. I have no idea. Okay.
Yes.
You want me to lie to you?
Please.
Scary, isn't it? After getting basic levels, I needed to record Stephen playing the drums to see what they sounded like. So we covered a Tom Petty tune for a couple of minutes. 3, 4. Copyright claims being what they are on YouTube, we don't need to hear any more of this cover. We're only interested in the drums anyway, am I right? Okay, that's enough. Let's just see what we're doing here. And then I played the recorded drums back. After hearing the recorded drums, I installed EQ and compression plugins on the playback channels in the Studio One DAW mixer. I made minor adjustments to help balance the playback of the separate tracks that I recorded. I did this with the idea in mind that I would install identical plugins in the UAD console and replicate the Studio One plugin settings. I decided to commit the EQ and compression in the UAD console to the recordings that followed in Studio One. Of course, I would need to remove or defeat the EQ and compression in Studio One on the playbacks that followed. I did no drastic processing, just very simple EQ and very simple compression. The good news is that the recordings that followed were really nice. So here's a little bit of the finished drum mix, and I'm very happy. I think it worked out really well. The GIK panels paid off nicely. I gotta say, I felt like I was taking a risk ordering these panels and then putting them up and just not knowing what the end result was going to be. But boy, I really am happy with the end result. The room handled the sound pressure of the drums, has a nice even sound. The room is not too live. You can have multiple players in here and it's not killing your ears. Really a good situation. So that's how the GIK panels worked out for me. Rusty Smith for Record, Mix, Repeat. If you like what you're seeing, please subscribe and come back.